Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, the pro football prognosticator. Had a rough week last week. I went 4-7-2 or 4-7-3. There were a lot of pushes. But on the FanDuel, I went 3 out of 4. So we made money last week if you bet just the FanDuel. If you bet everything, hey, you didn't do too well. Hopefully I do better this week. There was some great games. One of the things, we shoot this segment on a Thursday. I had taken Buffalo +2 against Arizona, which was in a tremendous finish. You know, the Hail Mary, it works. Hopkins jumps 3 Buffalo defenders. But when I put in the FanDuel bets, the line went up to 2.5. So I won instead of pushing. On FanDuel, I won. On our bets, I pushed. So you try to hold it off as long as you can. But we have the show we do here, this segment, so I got to do the FanDuel bets. The ones I talk about here on Thursday, and even these I'm going to try to hold off on until Saturday because you want to see how the line shifts. But let's go. You got Thursday night. You got Arizona and Seattle. 2 great teams, 2 really good quarterbacks. Russell Wilson is probably the MVP. Might be slipping a little because of a few losses. I'm going to go with Arizona, getting 3.5. Problem with Seattle, they can't get pressure on the quarterback. And you let the Murray kid sit back there, he's going to pick you apart. He's going to pick you apart and run away on you. So Arizona +3.5. 1 p.m. Sunday, Philadelphia at Cleveland. Philadelphia going sideways. Cleveland's actually playing pretty good. That was another one of the pushes last week. I'm going to go with Cleveland again, -3 versus the Eagles. 1 o'clock game. Atlanta at New Orleans. Breeze is out. He has 5 cracked ribs and a punctured lung, and that guy still wanted to get back in the game last week. As an individual has fractured his ribs a few times, that man is in pain. And if he gets a cold and starts sneezing, he's going to pray for death. I'm going to go with New Orleans anyway. So you got the backup quarterback from Tampa Bay. He's looking to start. Remember what Teddy Bridgewater did? He backed up Breeze last year, got the big contract with Carolina, so hopefully they have a repeat of that. But I'm going to go with New Orleans, probably the best team in the NFL right now, -4.5 against Atlanta. 1 o'clock game, Cincinnati at Washington. Cincinnati got roughed up by Pittsburgh, one of the games I lost last week on FanDuel. I'm going to roll with Cincinnati again. I thought they'd play Pittsburgh tougher, but I know they'll play Washington tougher. Taking Cincinnati +1.5. 1 o'clock game, Detroit at Carolina. Detroit's got some life in them. Again, those last-second victories, Stafford pulled it off. I'm going to go with Detroit +1.5 against Carolina. McCaffrey's now playing for Carolina, so that eliminates one of the options for Bridgewater. 1 o'clock game, Pittsburgh at Jacksonville. Pittsburgh, probably. They're in the 1 and 2 with the bet team, the only undefeated team. Jacksonville has 1 win. If Seattle's playing it serious, Pittsburgh's playing it serious, they're going to roll right through Jacksonville. So I'm taking Pittsburgh -10. 1 p.m. game. Tennessee at Baltimore. This is going to be a good slobber knocker. These 2 teams are going to slug it out. Baltimore got beat by New England in a downpour. I'm going to discount that game. But I'm going to go with Tennessee. Vrabel knows how to play Baltimore. He's seen what Belichick did. He'll copy that. I'm going to take Tennessee. Tennessee plus 6.5. 1 p.m. game. New England at Houston. New England's really playing well. Everybody's injured. Newton's not really playing that good, but they still win. That's Belichick. But I don't think it's going to happen this week. I'm going to take Houston +2.5. 4 o'clock game. Miami at Denver. Since they put the kid in Tuba, they've been winning. This kid, you can see this kid's legit. I'm going to roll with Miami -3 points against Denver. 4 o'clock game. The hapless, the only winless team in the NFL, the Jets, versus LA Chargers. 8.5, it's a big spot, but LA's going to cover that spot. Chargers -8.5 versus the Jetsies. 4 o'clock game. This is going to be a good one, too. Green Bay at Indianapolis. I'm not a big believer in Phillip Rivers, but they have a good team. They got a good defense. Green Bay's having problems against good teams with good defenses. I'm going to roll with Indianapolis. I hate going against Aaron Rodgers, but I'm going to go with Indianapolis minus 2.5 in Indy. 4 o'clock game, Minnesota at Dallas. Minnesota's found their strides. One for me on Monday night. Minnesota versus Dallas minus 7. Look for Cook to run for another couple of 100 yards. Cousins right now, his biorhythms must be right. He's playing good ball. Minnesota minus 7 against Dallas. 8 o'clock game. Oh, this is another one of them slobberknockers here. 8 o'clock games, KC at the Las Vegas Raiders. It just came out that when the Raiders beat KC in KC, Gruden had the team bus take a victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium. That's been on the message board all week in KC. KC is going to rub it in. I'm taking KC minus 6.5. And Monday night, I won with Tampa Bay, one of my FanDuel wins. It's Rams at Tampa Bay. Rams are playing pretty good ball too. I'm going to go with TB12. I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus 3. Bet with your head. Don't bet too much money. If you got a gambling problem, you see the number there. Again, just wage like $20 a game if you're going to bet on FanDuel. Or just, enjoy the games and just pick winners and losers. Whatever it is, bet with your head. Don't bet over it. Enjoy the games. I'll talk to you next week, and good luck.